Hello, good Saturday morning, everybody. Today is the second session of Crochet an Egg Go Live, inspired by the fabricated Da Vinci's egg drawing story. I see this can cover all basics of crocheting, and the color change will add another layer of skills to your learning basics. So, are you ready for your first crochet project? Um, This is what we crocheted from last live session. I purposely finished the round without slip stitch. And now I can show you what the challenge is. When change colors or switch from single crochet to double crochet in between rows. And you can see here it is impossible to make the changes invisible. Okay, and I also want you to notice that this egg obviously is out of proportion. And all those challenges led to today's session to introduce to you the slip stitch and the invisible color change and how to get the right proportion and how many stitches you need for an egg. And this will open your mind from following the patterns to design by yourself one day. Okay. And today we have three color choice of yarns: yellow and green, a little bit green, and the creamy white. And the hook we will be using 3.5 millimeter hooks. And let's start today's session. To refresh our memory, the first row of the egg will start from the magic ring. We start from the yellow color. To hold the yarn like this, tips is here, and lay the yarn over your index finger twice, and then insert the hook as a start chain, and then 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are going to fasten the magic ring by doing this. For this one, tight it, and then take this out. And tighten a little bit more. Okay. And right away, from here, the finish of this first row, we will use slip stitch instead of continuing another single crochet, and we are going to add the slip stitch to close the row first. This is the first row with 6 single crochet magic ring. Insert the hook, lay the yarn and pull the yarn out from the first loop, and then without any lay yarn over, and then pull the yarn out of the first loop. And this is the slip stitch. And then chain 1. Okay. And you can see here the row have a finish by doing this slip stitch. And then by chain 1, you create a gap, okay, to start of the second row. And the second row is 6 increases. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then by the end of this row, we're going to use the slip stitch the second time. Insert to the loop of the first stitch, pull the yarn out, and then yarn out of the loop on your hook, and then tighten it a little bit, and then chain 1. As the start of the new row, now you can see the second row have a finished here. It's become a perfectly finished circle. Under the row 3, it will be 1 single crochet, 1 increase. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It will increase from 12 single crochet to 18 single crochet in this row. Okay. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Wait a minute, I have some messages. Okay. Yeah, I have some friend asking me about the Go Live. Let me count again. 3, 4, 6. Let's continue. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Oops. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Okay. And this is the row 3. And we have totally 18 single crochet in this row. And my idea is to change color from this row, and for the row 4 we were using a different color, maybe use creamy white. And in this case, let me introduce you how we are going to make an invisible color change. So what you can see from here, I have finished the last single crochet for the row 1, 2, 3, for the row 3. And the idea is to change the different color in the row 4. What I will do is will pull the yarn a little bit longer, and I will insert my hook back into this 2 loop again. Okay, like this. Then now get the second color prepared. Okay. Then hold the yarn like that. And then we are going to pull this different color of yarn out of these 2 loops. And then using this color of the yarn to finish the slip stitch. Insert from here. Okay. Out of the faceted little. Before we do chain 1, okay, what we want to do is this is the last color, and pull this yarn out. Here, color change completed. Okay, and What I want, because I will use this color in a later time, so I don't want leave this color in this position. I will carry this color to the position that where I change the color. So by this way, I will also hide these tips of the yarn a little bit. So I will put these two yarn to here, and before I do the chain one, okay, here, chain one, sorry, here we go. So now the color have changed to the white, and I have carried the yellow yarn to this position, and in the meantime, I will be hiding this tip of the yarn from this fourth row. Okay. And then the fourth row will be here. And what I want to do is I will tidy this up. Now we already have two colors to deal with, and later on we're gonna have the third color. Good. Put this color to here. Don't mess up. Here. Now this insert. And for the fourth row, there will be 2 single crochet, 1 increase. This is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then 1 increase. And then 2 single crochet, 1 increase. 2 single crochet, 1 increase. 2 single crochet, 1 increase. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in one stitch, 3, 4, and 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4. Okay. So now this one. Now we can see with adding a slip stitch at the finish of the row, you can finish the circle perfectly, and the change or the finish will become invisible. That's the comparison. And here, this it's impossible to make the color change or the row change invisible, but adding the slip stitch, it will close the circle perfectly. And now let's come to the proportion. Okay. And as I mentioned in the very beginning, for these eggs, obviously it is out of the proportion. That because we have increased the stitches too much. How much? If you remember, we increased the diameter to 42 stitch single crochet in the row. Okay. Then there is a way you can decide how many stitches you will actually need. What you can do is, I'm going to use a second color to demonstrate. So this is the yarn you are going to use, and you want to know how many stitches you will want the diameter of this egg is going to be. What you can do is you do the chains. Remember how to make the chain stitches? Do this. 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is 24 chains. So, and if imagine that we are going to crochet in the circle, and this is basically what the 24 single crochet will give you the size or give you the diameter of that egg. Let's see, is that the right size and you want to be? And remember, this is chain. When we do the single crochet, it will expand the diameter a little bit more. So for example, put this one here. And you can see this is more or less you want the egg, the size of the egg is going to be. Okay, and I will say 24 stitches, maybe it's enough for the egg. In this case, we put this one away. And then think this is 24 single crochet. We have increased to 24 single crochet. And I decide, okay, this is the right diameter I want the egg to be. So instead of a continuous increase of the single crochet, I will decide from the next row, I will crochet without any increase. And then we can see, and then we will see the shape of the egg will start to show. And for this one, I will change the color back to the yellow. Same method. Okay. You insert the hook inside these two loops, and then hold the different color of the yarn, pull the new color out, and then loosen this one up. The color change to the yellow, and then finish a slip stitch from here. Single crochet, pull it again, tighten it. Now we have changed the color back to the yellow. And in this row, we are going to crochet without increase. And remember to carry this white color to the color change position by doing, when you do the chain, and then do this. Now you are carry this white color to this color change position. And from this row, we don't make any changes of the stitches, but I would like to, instead of crochet single crochet, I will crochet a half double crochet. Okay, do we still remember how to crochet a half double crochet? What we will do is, before we insert the hooks into the loop, we're gonna lay yarn over and then do the single crochet. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, and then you will pull the yarn out of the 3 loops all in one time. Okay, now drop this white color And we're gonna continue the half double crochet for this row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, no, sorry. You can see the shape of the egg start to show. So the half double crochet is you lead the yarn once, single crochet out of 3 loops. Single crochet out of 3 loops. And this is the last one. And this row has finished. And start from here, you can start to see the shapes of the egg. Pretty. And from the row 6, we are going to change to a green color. Okay, what we will do is we will leave this both color away. Okay, now they both away, and we are going to change to the green color. What we will do is do this. So I will start to change color from pour the different color yarn out for the before finish the half double crochet. 3, tighten it up. Now you change the color from the end of the row, and then we are going to do 1 single crochet, slip stitch. Okay, this way. Okay. So before we do the chain, we want to carry the yarn color, the 2 yarn color, and to the color change position. Okay, pull here, and we're going to do this. Now the 2 colors have been, you have carried these 2 colors of yarn to the color change position, and then you will give them up. Let's do this. And now it's time to drop them. And then bring this yellow tip here, because we are going to hide this tip of the yarn at the same time when we will crochet this row. And in this row, because we decide the 24th stitch will be the diameter of this egg, and we are not going to make any changes of the stitches. So start from this row, we're going to crochet 3 rows. Okay, and these 3 rows will be all double crochet, not half double crochet. We're going to crochet double crochet. Okay, the way how we So when we crochet the double crochet, instead of chain 1, we will chain 2. Chain 2, and we are going to crochet 24 double crochet in this row. What we will do is we lay the yarn over one time, single crochet position, pull the yarn out, and now we have 3 hooks, 3 loops on the hook. And what we will do is we're gonna pull the yarn out of the first 2 loops, and then we're gonna lay yarn over again, pull the yarn out of the last 2 loops. This finish 1 double crochet. I'm gonna repeat again. Lay the yarn over, single crochet position, pull the yarn out. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, and then you're gonna pull the yarn out of the first 2 loops, and then you are gonna pull the yarn out of the last 2 loops. And this is 1 double crochet. Okay, and we're gonna repeat 24 times. This is the last one. And the idea is, the question is, do we want to change the color? Because we're gonna crochet another 2 rows of the double crochet. I think they will look better if we put a different layer of the color in between the 2 greens. In this case, let's change to the creamy white color. And then we will put these 2 color, this green color away, and then bring the white color back. And because we are going to change to the white color. What we will do is we are going to insert the hook to the 2 loops of the double crochet. These 2. Okay. And then we're going to pull this white yarn out. Then pull this, twist it up. I'm going to finish with a slip stitch. Tidy up. And before we chain one, we are going to carry these two colored yarns to the position here, and then you're going to chain one. In this way, we'll carry these two colors again to the color change position. See if you can see it better. Okay, and we'll do this one. And then do a position out, drop it. Okay, I'm gonna finish this row with 24 double crochet. I'm gonna instead of chain one, we are going to chain two. Okay, yarn one. This is the double crochet. And I will this is not what I like. Then here. So instead of to this, put in the we'll do this. Okay. Okay. No, not now. Do this here, this here. Now carry the color. Okay, and then drop them. Drop them, chain two, 1, 2, and then double crochet. One, 2, double, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Now it's the end of the row again. Half double crochet. 1. Okay. So now we are going to change the color back to green. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the white away. Here. Put the green back to business, and from here, so we are going to finish the double crochet by this way, and in the meantime insert the hook back to the 2 loops. Hope this is a better way to explain how we do the color change. So here, now From the color change position, pull the green yarn here, and I'm gonna pull this yarn out of these two loops, and then loose this white up. Now we are changing the color to the green again. What we will do is this one, color change, and before we do that, I'm gonna carry these two color by to the color change position, and then we're gonna change. So, and we will drop them. Turn it a little bit better. Here you go, dropped. Let me get more here. And now you can see the shape of the egg are really showing. And remember, we are going to finish 3 rows with a double crochet and one green color, white color. Now we change back to green color. So we are inserting one layer of the white color in between 2 green color rows. Chain 2. I received quite a few messages from my Go Live videos. I don't know how to taking care of them in the middle of the live yet, but I will learn. Now, the end of the double crochet here. In case we are going to change the color here. Let's start from here and then take a look what we have gone so far. Okay. And from here, let's look at what we get. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rows of yellow color. And 6, 12, 18. In the third row, we increased to 18 single crochet. And in the fourth row, we changed the color from yellow to white. And we also increased to 24 single crochet in a row. And from there, we decide this is the stitches we want and for the diameter of the egg. Okay, 24. And from that row after, we did not make any increase. We have kept the stitches as 24 stitches, no increase. And then now we can see The diameter of this egg is basically determined by the length or the size of these 24 stitches. And in between the different rows, we are using different stitches. The first 4 rows are single crochet. And then we crochet a half double crochet, 1 row of half double crochet. And after 1 row of half double crochet, we have crocheted 3 rows of double crochet. And you can see the size, the length are different. The single crochet, and half double crochet, and then double crochet. Okay. So this is where we are got. Okay, so at this point of time, let's look at the color. Let's look at the color choice. I think it's time to bring the yellow color back. Bring the yellow color back to business. Why? Don't do that. The yellow color back in business and put green color away. Here we go. What we will do is we're gonna pull the yellow color out, and then we're gonna insert this hook again, and then we're gonna pull the yellow color of the yarn out of these 2 loops, and then you lose this yellow one, green one, and we change the color back to yellow, and then use the yellow color, finish the slip stitch out, turn it up, and to carry these 2 colors again back to the color changer position is to put over this, and then before we do the chain 2, 1, okay, let's do, I think we had enough for the double crochet, and we're gonna insert a row of half double crochet, okay, and then drop the, turn this way, okay, now drop these 2 color again, not carry them babies, and do this here, and as for the shape of the egg, okay, we are more or less here, and now we have the diameter of 24 stitches, no changes in this length, and start from the next row. I decide, or you can decide yourself, saying, hey, I want the size of the egg start reducing, so then we can see the end of the shape. And by doing that, here we introduce the increase of the single crochet, and from here we will introduce the decrease of the stitches. Okay, so we change the color to yellow, and here is the double crochet, and we will crochet half double crochet in this new row. On top of that, okay, we will reduce 3 stitches in this row. So 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, so every 8 stitches we're going to reduce to 7. Okay, so what we will do is that will be 6 single crochet, 1 decrease. 6 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 3 times, and we will be reducing to 21 single stitches from 24 stitches. Here's what we are going to do. Okay, we're going to crochet half double crochet, and the pattern is 6 single crochet, 1 decrease. I will show you the decrease part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Beautiful colors. 6. And then we're gonna do 1 decrease. When we do the decrease, okay, you will insert the hook to the front loop only for the 2 stitches here. Front loop 1, front loop 2. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Insert the hook to the front loop of 1 and front loop of 2 together. Okay. 1, 2, and then pull the yarn out. Now you again have 3 loops on your hook, and then you pull the yarn out just like in one time. And then we're going to repeat this pattern another 2 times. It's 6 single crochet, 1 decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 decrease. Lay the yarn over, insert the hook into 2 front loops together, and then pull the yarn out, and then pull the yarn out 3 loops in one time. Okay. Now the last row is 6 single crochet, 1 decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, decrease. No. Here you go. We are in the end of the row. So now we are, okay, do it this way, show the shape. Now we are seeing the size or the diameter of the egg start to decreasing. Okay, and what we did decrease is we reduced from 24 stitches to 21 stitches, and then the pattern is 6 single crochet, 1 decrease. Repeat 3 times. Okay. And from that row after, I am going to change the color back to back to green. Okay. Now, and in the next row, I will make no changes of those stitches. Here, I'm going to pull the yarn. Okay. Here, insert the hook into the 3 loops. Okay, I'm going to do will be easier if I do this way. One. Before I pull it out, I will pull the green yarn out of these 3 loops to change the color. It's the same thing. Okay. And then 1 slip stitch. And I also will carry these 2 colors. Change. So back to this way. Green. Back to business. Yellow. Out of the business again. Okay. And I will carry these 2 colors to the position of color change here. And then gonna hide chain 1. And from here, this row, we're gonna crochet another half double crochet, but without increase or decrease of the stitches. Okay. I don't want it to tangle up. Back. Okay. This is the half double crochet. 1 time. There will be 21 times. Here. We are in back to the end. This here. Okay. Pull it out first for you. And to close of these eggs, my finished color will be white and yellow. In this case, the duty of the green will be over. So we'll go ahead, cut it out, and put the white color back to business. Here we go. Finish with white. And to better show you the shape of this egg, and I also want to introduce you some other materials you probably will be needed, or you will be needed for crochet of the animals, or in any type of the project that will hold a certain shape. Okay, in this case, this is the stuffing, and you will be needing these tweezers, and then put the stuffing. This one. And Okay. A little bit more. Just a little bit from this. Better. Better. That's all what we need. Okay. Now we more or less see a shape of the egg. And now we are going to close this part up. And then we will see an egg. And in this case, this color is over, and then the color arrangement will be white, and then finish with yellow. So what we will do is, and remember, this row is 21 single crochet, 21 stitches, and we reduced from 24 to 21, and we make no change of 21 in this row. And the next row, we are going to change from half double crochet to single crochet. And also, we're going to reduce from 21 stitches to 18 stitches. That will be 5 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 decrease. 5 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 decrease, 5 single crochet, 1 decrease. Okay, it's 5 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat by 3 times. It will reduce from 21 stitches to 18 stitches to the desirable shape that we want for this egg. What we will do is, okay, and there is another way that we can do a super job about the finishing. We know this color is over. Okay, what we will do is we're gonna pull the yarn totally out of these loops, and we will use the needle. And this is out of the screws. I was not planning to do that, but so what we will do is we will insert from this direction to the loops of the first stitch out. And what you will do is you will insert the stitch to these 3 or 2, and then you're gonna point the needle to that direction, and you're gonna pull the yarn out. Okay. Tight it up, and you are finished an invisible finish of the round. And what you will do is you will run a couple of stitches, and what you want to do is you left a little bit, and you cut it out, and you hide it. They will not see a thing. Now you have 2 colors. And as we said, and we want have a layer of the white before we close this part of the egg. And what we will do is we are going to do this way, insert the pointed white yarn out this way. Okay, let's do this differently. What we will do is half. Okay. I'm gonna do no. Well, this row will be single crochet row. Single crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet, and 1 decrease. 1, 2, 5 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet, 1 decrease. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 decrease. Yeah. Here you go. Good. Now, start to see the closing part of the egg. Magical. We will be a little bit over time this time, but I want to close this egg properly this time. And now we're going to this white color will then finish. Then we're gonna finish this one with the yellow color. Right. So not in a hurry. And what we will do is we're gonna do a super job here. That's not planned, but we can do it very quick. This way, and okay, here you go. I'm gonna run a couple of stitches. Okay. Just to hide them. Okay, good. And you're gonna cut them. There you go. Okay. You won't see a thing. So this is the finish, invisible finish. And now I'm gonna put, because this will be the finish, and we will insert a little bit more in there to give some form of the egg. Looking good. Looking good. What you can do is even it up. Okay, here you go. Stand out pretty. Okay. And with this last row, what we will do is we're going to insert here. And we will reduce 6 stitches to close up the gap, and 18 we're gonna do 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet from the single, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. Oh, sorry. One single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 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 single crochet, 1 decrease, and then 1 slip stitch. Tighten it up. There you go. Chain 1. And now this is the egg. Now, so this basically have 2 rows to close it up, and this is 12. So what I can do is I will crochet another 12 stitches to give the pointy end of the egg, and then we're going to close it with 6 single crochet. Let's see whether or not that will work. Could be 1 single crochet, 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 1 single crochet. Okay, beautiful. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. Okay, and then here. Now we are going to reduce. I'm going to put a little bit more to the end, pointy end, to give this area okay, perfect. Okay, now so for the closing of this egg, okay, instead of reducing, we have 12 stitches in this row. Instead of reducing, we're just gonna skip every other stitch. Okay, first that we're gonna do 1 single crochet. Do this. 1 single crochet, skip 1, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, 5 single crochet, and 6 single crochet. And here is the time to finish the egg. So what we will do is leave a little bit stitch, pull that out. Now let's see how we are going to close this egg properly. Now we're going to use this one. Insert the needle. And what we'll do is this one, and then we're gonna do from the inside, and then run the needle through the front loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, And we're going to pull. There you go. Perfect. And I'm going to run a couple of the stitches over to make it invisible. And then what you can do is you can see where you can run this way. And you will do this way. Perfect. And you're gonna do this way. Perfect. And do this way. I think we are in the end. Okay. And then you will hide this one to here. And then what you can do is do this. This. Okay. And here we are looking at a pretty green eggs. I cannot believe we get this far. All right, so this is so far. If you have followed me, you might have finished your first crochet project on egg. Very nice. Okay, we are a little bit over time this time, and it is 11 o'clock 12, and I have enjoyed the time to go live my crochet learning basis at every Saturday 10 a.m. Okay. I have received lots of views and I receive messages from the friends that are watching my go live. And I'm very happy to do that together with you. I hope this have helped you to, or inspired you to start crochet. And you can see how simple crochet can be, is how simple to pick up the hook and then crochet and you will get something. And there is another story I want to share with you. I want to share with you how did I crochet at my age of 49. Okay, it is I was able to do the crocheting and knitting at my younger age. Okay, but you know, when you get older, you focus on at work and your career, and you basically put your hobbies away. And there is one day, my daughter, my high school, and still at her high school time, and she come home and she give me these little things as a gift. And she told me, Mom, I made this. And it so surprised me. And I could not believe that my little girl can also crochet. And without asking me anything, do not have any books at home like what we had at all the time, and go to the internet and find the pattern and learn how to crochet when she's at high school. And inspired from that, and I started crochet right after, I got the idea how about to pick up my old hobby. And I get that idea. I started crocheting. I started making some cute animal that I know how. Okay, I find a pattern, and then 1 year later, I opened my YouTube channel in 2024, the October, which is the same month. And that's why I said it is 1 year anniversary for me to have my YouTube channel. And to celebrate my 1 year anniversary of a YouTube channel, I started this online live stream of the learning crochet basics with expecting that you as the starter or absolute beginner and start crocheting yourself. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and I will be happy to see you next Saturday. What do we have? This one. The strip.